for another European football live show here at Big Dogs. We are all over the place, all over the social media. We are on YouTube. So thanks for joining us once again. Chris, we haven't had a lot of success with those parlays yesterday, so let's make sure we make it a better day today, eh?
Oh yeah, that was what I was doing last night. I was racking my brain, trying to sit up and try to figure out what the best course of action was to get a winning parlay going. But I think I found one. I think I'm guessing you probably did some scouring and found one as well. But yeah, we'll get it back
Yeah.
today.
We did have the one that's going off for today for the video parlay, and the first game just started. That was Napoli moneyline, still 0-0, but I think we'll get that one because I do like it a lot, the parlay that we had on the video. As far as our live show parlay goes, Chris, we are both still at zero. Benfica halftime, full time, they couldn't score a freaking goal in the first half. They had chances, a ton of them. PSV as well. I think they were losing in the first half, 1-0, if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken. Betis hit though. That was 1-1 in the 90 minutes, and they won the Copa del Rey after a penalty shootout against Valencia.
yeah. PSV had come back to 1-1 just before the half, but they were too far gone at that point.
Yeah,
There was really no coming back from that.
I think they won in the end though, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, they won 2-1, but yeah, it was they won. I didn't.
Morning, Michael. Thanks for joining us again. Bradford Tottenham 0-0 as usual. EPL strikes again. Unbelievably, I'm not gonna say boring game, but pretty uneventful if you ask me. And Tottenham was dominant in that second half, but it was just a raw dominance. They couldn't do anything with it, to be honest. And that game ended 0-0. Ajax scored only one goal on the road. They barely won 1-0. It was a goal like in the 85th minute or something like that. They did miss a penalty in the first half, which I think everything would be different if they scored that one. But on our parlays, the three leggers, each of us got one right and two wrong. So we'll have to fix that today, Chris.
And we're gonna do our best. You know, that's the dangerous thing. Parlays are never a guarantee, especially parlays. But yeah, we're gonna try to get it back today.
On the video parlay though that we had going on for yesterday, PSG screwed us over, so they can suck it. We had Freiburg Gladbach over 2.5. We had City team total over 2.5, which hit twice over.
Yeah,
And we had PSG team total over 2.5. And they scored only one goal in that
yeah,
game. That was a nice one for plus 389. Those two
yeah.
games.
You know, it's one of those things where you never look back. You only move forward. It's I think like I said, we'll try to get it back today. It was a rough one yesterday, but today's a new day.
Yeah, we see some EPL games have started today, Chris. Chelsea, West Ham 0-0. Burnley, Wolverhampton still 0-0. And I'm guessing you hope it stays that way.
Yeah, yeah. To say the least, it would be nice if it would be even better if Wolves could pull ahead. But I'll say that, and Burnley will jump out 2-0. So I'm gonna kind of temper my expectations a little bit.
Yeah, let's see what we have starting first, Chris. We have Bochum and Augsburg in Bundesliga starting in about 15 minutes. The lineups, well, even if I said the lineups, I'm pretty sure most of the people wouldn't know the players or anything like that. But let's just say that pretty much the best that this team have to offer are on the pitch, except Niederlechner for Augsburg, who's on the bench. He was injured for a bit, but I don't know. You got any thoughts on this game?
It was one that I looked at because I figured it was so close to Showtime. There was something we were going to talk about, and you know, I I I I know unders aren't everybody's favorite, but I like the under 2.5 here. I mean, neither of these teams have been all that imposing in front of goal lately, and I just that the um, head to head trend. It all points towards the under for me. So I'm looking at the under 2.5.
I do like the draw in this one, to be honest. I know that Bochum has been actually a bit more consistent than Augsburg this season, but I think this is going to be a battle, like you said. I mean, yesterday we have seen a ton of goals in Bundesliga. I think both teams to score over 2.5 in every single game, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check that out real quick. We had what 5, 6 games yesterday. Six, and yeah, both teams to score it over 2.5 hit in every single game yesterday. It was the usual exciting Bundesliga day. Finally, Leipzig lost in the last 10 minutes of a game. They were up 1-0, and then Union Berlin scored two amazing goals. I really like that, and even though I had Leipzig to win and both teams to score, it was nice to see that Union Berlin got their revenge because Leipzig has beaten them in the DFB Pokal earlier this week. But it was an exciting game. Same for Bayern and Borussia Dortmund. Lewandowski did score, but Haaland missed a couple of chances to score a goal, and unfortunately, that goal scorer prop I had on the drive through didn't pan through. But it was an exciting match, and Bayern has won the 10th title in a row yesterday in Bundesliga.
Yeah, just absolute dominance. I don't think there's any other word to describe it. And I took a shot with Dortmund on the value, but I think from a value perspective, it was always going to be there. It's just a matter of actually hitting the bet, and it was all Bayern Munich yesterday, unfortunately.
Yeah, and pretty much the only one who broke their dominance 11 years ago was Borussia Dortmund. That was still under Jurgen Klopp, and they still had Lewandowski at that time. So it's been a long time in Bundesliga since somebody else won the title. But who knows? Maybe next year we'll see what's going to happen.
You already know my thoughts on Jurgen Klopp.
No, I don't.
Should have stayed at Dortmund. Everything went downhill when he made that switch to whatever team he's on now.
Jurgen Klopp is pretty much the best coach in the world, and I'm serious.
You and I are going to have to have a serious discussion after the show's over. But
That's okay. You can pick me up in your car, and we're gonna go to
yeah,
Barcelona.
yeah, okay, yeah. I'll pick you up. We'll go driving along the lake, and I'll tell you why you're. I'm not even gonna
Just
use
to
the
bring
word.
any bricks with you.
Oh yeah. Oh please, you're getting full dashboard face treatment. Yeah, I'm gonna undo your seatbelt when you're not looking, slam on the brakes, boom, knock some sense into you.
What are your thoughts about this other Bundesliga matchup, Chris? Hertha and Stuttgart. That's the relegation battle in Bundesliga. These two teams are direct competitors of who's going to stay, who's going to get relegated. Well, even Augsburg is pretty close, but Hertha and Stuttgart are only 1 point apart and pretty much having a terrible season, both of them.
Yeah, that's kind of why I joke about the Goran special. This was the Chris special. I like the draw here. I think this one's 1-1 all day. I think it's just a tight game because it just feels like a game where there's going to be a result that neither team would be satisfied with. I know it's hard to say, it's hard to you don't look a gift horse in the mouth if you're in a relegation battle. You don't turn down points no matter how they come. But I think both teams want the three, but I think they're both going to have to settle for one here.
You know what? I hope you see a high scoring draw here because I do, to be honest. I see goals in this one. At the moment, Hertha doesn't have to attack too much because as long as they are ahead of Stuttgart, they are fine. But Stuttgart is the one who has to go for the win here, to be honest. The schedule. So Hertha has until the end of the season, they have Stuttgart Armenia, who is also one of their competitors. They are in the 17th place. Mainz and the last round Borussia Dortmund. So if they want to secure their Bundesliga spot, they got to do it in these 3 games because it's going to be hard to beat Borussia Dortmund, even Mainz for that matter. Even though they are playing at home, but Stuttgart, Stuttgart is playing against Hertha, Wolfsburg, Bayern, and Köln. Arguably a lot harder schedule than Hertha does, and this is pretty much the only chance that Stuttgart will get to get outside the relegation zone, and they got to go for it. Now that's either going to pay out today or it's going to cost them a shit ton. So I do like the over in this one, and we are getting a we are getting it actually pretty cheap. It's -103 right now.
Then I stand corrected. I could, instead of 1-1, maybe I could see 2-2 here, but it's just one of those things where I don't see. I don't want to split the hairs and try to get a winner here because I really don't know if there will be one. Like I said, I think it is a draw. I think it's shaping up to play out just like that. I think it's like I said, I think it's just going to be a result that neither team would be satisfied with.
Morning, Pedro. Michael, I'm sure Chris appreciates this comment.
Oh no, I
Maybe,
do.
yeah.
I do.
Maybe next week we'll start on time with our shows.
We'll try. We'll try. There were some unforeseen circumstances this morning, but
Do you think you can say that to our audience? What happened?
yeah, I missed a stair and I kind of slid down the other 15. So it's okay. It's
He got home alone, guys.
oh shit. Wait, what? Home Alone? How did I get Home Alone?
You got home alone. Home alone. Well, they were falling down the stairs a lot.
I was gonna say, what part of Home Alone did they fall down the stairs?
Uh,
Oh, when he
I'm
got
pretty
hit
sure
with the
they
bar.
did in both of
Yeah,
them.
when, no, that one. Well, okay, Home Alone 1 was when he got hit with the bar and flew off the stairs. But I didn't fly off the stairs like that. I just
No. He was sliding up the stairs, the outside stairs when he iced them. So he was sliding down those
That's right.
stairs.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I stand corrected. Okay.
Oh, there you go. I love my movies. At least the Home Alone. I watch it like
Yeah, I was gonna
18
say
times every
yeah,
year.
yeah. I was gonna say, oh man.
Uh,
When I was trying to make sure that I was salting the ice out in front of the house, I looked like the scene in Home Alone 2 where he was in the basement with all the paint and he was trying to get his feet underneath him and he slipped and fell and slid into the paint along the wall. And he's like got his hand up in the
oh man.
we've gone
Yeah,
off the rails, okay.
the first two. The first two were amazing. Everything after that was pretty much garbage. But
Yeah.
okay, let's see, Chris. Did you have any draws in the Friends? There's 4 games being played right now.
No. No, I did have a 3 draw parlay that I threw out today. Let me see
Nice.
where was it?
I did have a red in a double, red money line with Liverpool and over 1.5 in the double, Chris. Hopefully you'll forgive me one day.
One day.
One day. All right. I'll take it.
I'll consider it.
Uh, do you like any of those two later games in Serie A today, Chris? Genoa, Cagliari, and Lazio Milan. We know that Lazio Milan is a pretty big matchup. A lot depends on that game. What are your thoughts about that one?
You know what? Lazio, funny enough, Lazio Milan was one of the games I threw in that uh, 3 draw parlay because, like I said, I think it's just going to be a game that I was originally leaning towards Milan because they need the points, but I do think that Lazio gets a result out of that one, and it's definitely going to be the match I think I'm going to watch this afternoon. Um, because I think I'm going to some family's house, and whenever Sunday soccer is being played, especially when it's AC Milan, it's on the TV. So
Yeah. Well, you are half Italian anyway, so you'll have to watch those.
wait a minute, half.
Is it like 100% Italian or only half?
Well, okay, never mind.
Or maybe 3/4?
3/4.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm like macaroni and cheese. I'm like it's Italian, it's pasta, but it's like with a twist, and it's still not fully Italian.
Leave it up to the Americans to make it less healthier, right? Add cheese to the pasta and
Okay, whoa. Cheese always goes with the pasta, but it's the cheddar cheese that, yeah.
thank you, Pedro. I appreciate that. And yeah, Michael, we were a bit late, but that's all right. We still give out ton of free winners, ton of free picks. Yesterday, I think we gave a lot of those single winners. We had a bad day with parlays, but a lot of our picks from the morning show ended up being winners for nice money. And also both goal scorers that I gave out in that Leverkusen game, they scored in the first 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
So that's always nice to see because usually we have to wait for like 80 minutes to get our bets right. But
Takes
to
takes
hit
the
them, yeah,
takes the sweat off.
to hit them in the 20 minutes. It's
Yeah,
nice. Now, Lazio Milan, you know what, Chris? I was looking at the schedule for Milan. They have a really, really hard schedule for the rest
yeah,
of the season, and it's going to be hard for them to stay at the top of the table. And on the top of all that, Inter has a game in hand. So Milan will have to win pretty much every single game if they want to win the title, and still hope that Inter will drop points somewhere on the way. Milan has Lazio, Fiorentina, Verona, Atalanta, and Sassuolo in their last 5 games. Jeez, that's a
yeah,
schedule that could make anyone sweat, especially a team like Milan that is not scoring a lot of goals right now.
yeah. And I mean, I said it during that Coppa Italia fixture. I keep going back to that game, but I think that was the turning point, and that win for Inter Milan in that fixture was like a big catalyst as to why I think Inter Milan is going to lift the title. I don't expect AC Milan to have a solid run down the last five. Was it 5 games they have left? So or five, maybe it's five after today, but.
Yeah,
I think it's just like you said, Gordon. You just named off like okay, maybe you have wins against let's say Verona, but outside of that, there's no gimme there. And I don't even think Verona's a gimme. I just think it's a game that AC Milan probably wins.
maybe Fiorentina, but it's going to be very hard thing to beat Sassuolo because they are scoring a ton of
Oh
goals.
yeah,
Lazio is scoring a ton of goals. I mean, and then if you look at Inter schedule, you laugh because they have Bologna, Udinese, Empoli, Cagliari, and Sampdoria.
yeah. That's why I said it's literally the tale of two teams that just have completely different schedules to finish the year.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough task to do for AC Milan. But I mean, in this game, I do like the over kind of because I don't think that either team can defend against the other one right now. So over 2.5 at -110. If you want to stretch it to both teams to score over 2.5 to get more value, I would go for it. Honestly, it's +110. You can get it at even more. Also, some books for like +120 or something like that. But I think this might be one game where we see goals from Milan finally.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull up the price on just both teams to score. I know it's probably a bit hefty, but
-143.
oh, that's not bad. Okay, yeah, I would definitely
Not
take a
bad
look
at
at
all.
both teams to score.
Yeah, Milan has to make a decision here. They're either going to try and defend properly and count on that one goal that they might score, or they could kind of disregard the defense and just go for the offense because we know that Lazio is struggling defensively a lot this season. So I'm not sure what the decision is going to be. The coach is going to make. I know that Ibrahimovic is out. They lost Simon Kjaer like at the start of the season, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely I think a tough last few games. I think for well, at least for AC Milan, we'll have to see if they can make it out alive. But I'm
Yeah.
not holding my breath personally.
Uh, did you look at any games from the other leagues, Chris? Like Norway, maybe we got 6 games in the Norwegian Eliteserien, and there are a couple of games where I like goals. But how about you?
There, funny enough, there were a couple. Actually, there were a couple that I looked at for that for the Norway league. I looked at a couple in other leagues, and maybe one of them might have made it in my way its way into my parlay. But I really like. I think I think we did a video on the Union. Well, it's part of our parlay video. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but the Union Saint Gilloise and Anderlecht. I was looking at that, and I really like both teams to score in that game. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Maybe even both teams to score in over 2.5. Just looking down the list just to see if there's anything I might have missed. Um, I'm gonna butcher the second part of the name, but I'll just say I like Vitoria in the Portuguese league. Tondela has just
Yeah,
been an absolute disaster this year, and I think that Vitoria probably in line to get a win there.
yeah, and Victoria is actually having a decent season. They are still in the European competition hunt. They're 6 points away from the Conference League, and this is the perfect spot for them to get back on the winning track. Although Tondela does need a win to get out of the relegation zone, Chris. So
Yeah.
this one smells like a draw or something.
Yeah, it was a game that I looked at. It didn't make the parlay cut, but it was a game that I definitely looked at.
Now I do like two games in Norway and both of them for goals. I do like Rosenborg and Molde. I like both teams to score an over 2.5 in that one because I mean both teams have been scoring pretty consistently so far this season, but both teams have been conceding goals as well. So I do have both teams to score in over 2.5 as a preview with that game. And I do like both teams to score in Viking and Bodo Glimt, also in Norway. I think that's going to be a fun game with goals in that one.
Yeah, I definitely like the Bodo Glimt, both teams to score, but I found something I think I like just a little bit better, and I'm gonna stick with it and hope that I don't kick myself for pulling out both teams to score in that game a little bit later.
Hey, that's all right. Now, we do have a question from Darrell. What do we think about Barcelona and Rayo Vallecano, Chris, today?
I think that game's all Barcelona. I I, I wouldn't even chance the under because there's potential that Barcelona comes out and wins this one 3-0, 4-0. And like I said, I just think that I think Barcelona's the play here. I'd probably look at Barcelona -1 or -1.5, depending on the price that you're getting. But that's probably the way I would go in this one. I don't see Rayo keeping it close at all.
Yeah, let me just pull up the odds. What are we getting at -1 or -1.5? So Barcelona -1.5 is -113, which is a pretty good price for that.
Yeah,
-1, that's a bit pricey, of course. -220, but that's a perfect price for a double with something because the worst we're getting here is a push, I think. Barcelona is struggling a bit with scoring goals. They're not scoring a lot, but Rayo Vallecano is not a good defensive team. They got lucky against Espanyol last weekend. Let's be honest, they pull out that nice
yeah,
win, 1-0 on their own. But that's the team that secured their LaLiga spot a while ago, so they don't have any worries. They don't have to. I mean, they don't feel the pressure, I think. But overall, they're not scoring a lot of goals this season at all, and think this might be one game again where Barcelona keeps a clean sheet while also scoring a few goals. So uh, Barcelona at over 2.5. I think that's a pretty decent price as well. -130.
yeah. I think so as well. That's actually a better price than I was expecting for that, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, Chris, we have been mentioning those parlays for a while now. So what do you say we got to go here?
Yeah, I think we can have a go here. The first one I'm gonna look at is I'm gonna go back to that to uh, the Norwegian league, and I'm gonna take I'm gonna go back to that Viking and Bodo Glimt matchup. I'm gonna take over 2.5 in that game. I think that history would suggest that it's gonna be a high scoring game. The last five head to head all have had over 2.5 goals, and I think we get a game that's at least 2-1 here. So give me the over 2.5 in that one.
All right. Let me just find my first pick here. Let me find it and then click it. Uh, I will take. Uh, I will go to the EPL and I will take Liverpool to win and over 1.5 goals in the game. It's all right, Chris. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Yeah, gonna get a foot in your butt in a minute. But the problem is, I don't think you're wrong. That's a sad thing. Uh, as much as I hate to admit it. The second leg for mine, I will go with. Let's see, I just had it here. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that Barcelona game. I'm gonna go Barcelona team total over 1.5. I think it's a Barcelona butt whooping on Rayo Vallecano today, and I just think that there's going to be a fair number of goals scored in that game. But I think over 1.5, probably my best bet for that one.
Okay, I will go to Norway as well, but I will take the other game. I will take Rosenborg and where are you? Here you are. I will take Rosenborg and Molde
Mm-hmm.
over 2.5.
That's not bad. I'm just trying to get my odds here.
All right, let's hear the third one.
Third one, I'm gonna go the game that we talked about before. I like Lazio and AC Milan, both teams to score. I think this is I think it's a back and forth game. I think goals are going to come in bunches across the board, and I think both teams to score just probably the best bet for that game. So that's gonna be the third leg of my parlay.
Where does that get you price wise?
I'm just trying to pull up the price here.
I will go with. Okay, let me see. My third one will be Barcelona -1.
Yeah. So my three leg parlay of Viking and Bodo Glimt over 2.5, Barcelona team total over 1.5, and Lazio and AC Milan both teams to score. Will get you around plus 264.
You're bigger than me again.
Stand us side by side. That won't be a surprise.
All right, guys. So let me repeat Chris's parlay again. Viking and Bodo Glimt over 2.5. That's in the Norwegian Eliteserien. Barcelona against Rayo Vallecano. Barcelona team total over 1.5. And Lazio Milan, both teams to score. That's in the Serie A, of course. Plus 264. That's not bad at all. My pick will be Liverpool and Everton in the Merseyside Derby in EPL. Take Liverpool to win and over 1.5 goals in the game. Rosenborg and Molde, also Norwegian Eliteserien, take over 2.5. And Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano, take Barcelona -1. That will get you to plus 209 on my book here.
Not a bad payout for either one. I think we could still be tied with the parlays at this one, but I think we're both going to get on the board here.
Yeah, I do like both of these, and I think I might actually play them personally. So, Chris, Empoli Napoli still 0-0. Napoli, well, somewhat dominating. They have nice shots, but zero on target. 66% possession, four corner kicks. They just can't get on the board.
You know,
Your Burnley and Wolverhampton still 0-0, so you're good there so far.
well, I look right now live. It would a draw would actually put Burnley ahead of Everton and drop Everton into 18th, but Everton still has that game in hand. So yeah.
Yeah. What's
I'm gonna be
Burnley's?
sweating for the next couple weeks. There's no way around it.
I would say Burnley has a pretty tough schedule as well. They have Aston Villa twice. They have Tottenham and Newcastle for the
Oh
rest of
God,
the season.
where's that Newcastle game? Is it at Newcastle or at home?
No, it's at home.
Son of a
Tottenham game is on the road, and one of the Aston Villa games, and they have Watford as well. Sorry, I skipped that one.
well, Everton has
Watford,
Watford as well.
yeah. Everybody's counting on points against Watford. Always gonna win them in the end.
This is true. This is true. God knows we'll find a way to drop points against Watford.
Yeah. Bologna and Udinese 1-1, almost halftime. Chris, not sure what else we have.
You lost me at Bologna. My mind went elsewhere.
It is breakfast time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Chris, we are getting almost to the end of our show. What else you got going on today? No
Honest,
soccer previews, I'm guessing.
I'm getting closer to putting them in. This is the
Uh,
closest. It's the closest I've been since the pandemic when I was actually putting in soccer premiums. So um, we're getting to that point where I'm starting to convince myself that maybe we can maybe we can throw some soccer premiums in there.
I actually had a three pack yesterday evening on the MLS, and I think I might do the same later on today. I had Austin and Vancouver, both teams to score an over 2.5, and freaking Vancouver couldn't score a goal. They lost 3-0. I did have Galaxy on the money line. They scored like 85th minute for a 1-0 win, which was a nice winner for me. It was close to even money. And I did have a double. DC and New England both teams to score, and San Jose and Seattle both teams to score. That was like plus 130 something, which hit.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I did put in another pack for my afternoon picks right now, guys. So if you want to check that out, go for it. Chris doesn't have any soccer picks, but he has a bunch of hockey picks, I'm guessing, and NBA maybe.
Yeah, some NBA and Major League Baseball. So if you're looking to sort of bet on a little bit of everything today, you could always go to Pick Dogs, pair Goran and I up as part of the 2-for-1 capper deal. It's a great way to get two crappers. I almost said two crappers, two cappers for one great price. And
How are we gonna sell it, even?
maybe the laugh factor will get people to join. But no, you can get you can cover yourself across the board. There's tons of action, soccer in the morning, the major American sports in the afternoon and the evening. So tons of options at Pick Dogs.
Exactly, guys. Now let me just do a quick recap of those parlays that we had. Uh, Viking Bodo Glimt over 2.5, Barcelona team total over 1.5, and Lazio Milan both teams to score. That is Chris's parlay from the live show, and mine is Liverpool to win and over 1.5, Rosenborg and Molde over 2.5 goals, and Barcelona -1 against Rayo Vallecano, and that's plus 209. That's my parlay.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Like I said, I think we're both. For my sake, for my fandom's sake, I hope yours doesn't come in because I would only hope that Liverpool leg wouldn't come in, but I don't have much faith. So
Well, guys, thank you for joining us once again. It was our pleasure doing this show with you. There will be a couple videos coming up on YouTube later on today. That's for tomorrow. I think Sassuolo and Juventus are playing, and we'll have a parlay, of course, for tomorrow. And we will talk to you again at 4:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. I will make sure that we are on time, unless I'm late. But that's it, guys. Enjoy your Sunday. It's nice weather up here in Canada. Finally, it should be pretty warm today. So
hoping so.
we'll go outside and hang out with other kids, I guess.
Yeah, we'll
See
see.
you guys tomorrow.
See you guys.